Hey everyone, it's Desiree. I am here with Spellbinders once again, and today we're going to be focusing on the 3D embossing folder. And this is a monthly subscription that you can get. It has beautiful details, and it is called Adorning the Tree. So I'm going to start out with a piece of gray cardstock and place that specifically in an area. My object here is to make sure that I get these ornaments on the panel as best as I can. What we're going to be doing is 3D embossing folders are great for texture, dimension, a beautiful image when it comes to your card fronts, and they are a very economical way to create your cards and get beautiful detail. You can also embellish these images. So for today, we are going to use twine bows. You can use gems, pearls, sequins, anything that you have in your stash. I have a mat of matte silver cardstock, and I'm going to glue this down. This is going to be a 5x7 card, and it's going to be a side folding card. And like that, we already have our card ready. We could stop there and just add our sentiment. I wanted to try something very curious. So I used the sentiment from the glimmer set that you saw earlier, and I'm actually going to run this through my die cutting machine, not with the rubber. And what happened was really interesting. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen with all sentiments for the glimmer system, but this actually pressed down into, pressed the sentiment down into the card stock, and because I didn't use the rubber mat, which you certainly could, you would definitely get the pressing of it. I got the cutout. It actually, now it did embed into my cutting plate, but that's okay. I used the outline, the cloud die, cut that out of the same gray cardstock and placed that behind. You could use white and it would be seen. The sentiment was just the perfect size to just press away that card. So it acted as if it was a die, but in reality it's not. It's just for your glimmer machine. So I thought that was interesting. Still going to play around with that. I think it's going to be cool. Honestly, I meant to get the impression, but I got the cutout. So if you add the rubber mat that comes with your die machine, I'm using the Platinum 6, you would get the impression of that sentiment. So you can see seamlessly, I made 5 bows, which I was pretty impressed with, and I'm going to use these bows on top of the ornaments that have been embossed into our panel. I'm just playing with the tails coming off of the bow, shortening them and making sure the bows are a nice size. I'm not adding any color to this card. I'm letting the embossing folder do all of the work. It's adding the depth, it's adding the highlights already with the embossed image. And by adding these bows, it just draws the eye to them, and I'm using different means of making sure those bows are going to stay in place with the liquid adhesive that I used. Taking my sentiment, and I'm going to add glue to the back of that and place that in an area outside where the bows are, and add a couple of acrylic blocks just to get that to set. I'm going to remove my reverse tweezers and my acrylic blocks, and that is our card for today. Great card for mass production. Again, it's Christmas in July. Just thinking of different ways that you can create beautiful, simple, clean, elegant holiday cards for this season. As always, the products that I used are listed down below, and if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, ring the bell so that you know when the next video is ready. But again, have fun creating your art, creating your cards, or whatever other paper craft that you like to create. and put into somebody else's hands, or even if it's your own. But always remember what's most important to me. Always be creative, guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Till then.